So hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing great. So in this video we are going to talk about how we can create a basic cartoon head in Blender. So without any further delay, now let's get started tutorial. And here you can see guys, this is our basic head model in Blender. And here you can see I have also used the shape key for opening and close this mouth basically. Okay, we'll also make the tutorial on this topic as well. But in this video we'll just talk about only how we can create a head, something like that. Now let's start the tutorial. Okay, so first of all I will just open a new project file, and then I'm just gonna delete this cube. And first of all I will just enable my shortcut VR so you guys can easily see which key I'm pressing on the right hand side. Okay guys, so for creating the basic head you need a basic shape first of all. So I will just add one basic shape as a sphere, yeah, something like that. And I will just do right click and do shade smooth, and after that I will just go to edit mode of this sphere, and I'm just gonna enable my proportion editing from here, and I will just select my top vertex. Okay, and then I'm just gonna press the G and Z. I'm just gonna pull these vertices little bit upside, and I will also pull the bottom vertices also little downside. And after that I will enable my X symmetry from the top of this section basically, and I'm just going to select this side vertices, and after that I will just press the G for move these vertices little bit side, something like that. I think that's look nice to me. And we'll just go to our top view, and I'm just gonna scale little bit from the top side as well. And after doing this scale, make sure you apply this scale pressing the Ctrl A. I think that basic shape is look nice to me. So first of all we'll just create eyes. So for creating the eyes I will again import, and I will add again one UV sphere. And right now I will just change this align as a view, here you can see. And after that I'm just gonna scale this UV sphere something like that, and I'm just gonna scale it down something like that. And right now I'm just gonna keep it outside, and I'm just gonna scale this shape little bit up something like that. And after doing the scale, so make sure you apply the scale pressing the Ctrl A. Then you have to just go to your top view, and you have to just move this shape here to here. And now you have to just place the eyes here basically. Yeah, I think that place is look nice to me. But first of all I will just add a mirror modifier, so we'll get the second eyes as well. So I'm just gonna add a mirror modifier, and I'm just gonna select this UV sphere as a mirror object. Now here you can see we have both eyes. I'm just gonna move it a little bit upside something like that. I'm just gonna my top view, and I'm just gonna rotate this shape something like that. And I will just change my orientation global to local. I'm just gonna do a little bit inside something like that. I think that is look nice to me right now. Okay, and I think we should increase little size of these eyes. Yeah, and after doing this scale, make sure you apply this scale. So okay, so right now here you can see we have a good eyes here. So now I will just add the mouth. So for adding the mouth, I'm just gonna select some middle faces from here basically. Yeah, something like that. Okay, and then I'm just gonna delete this portion pressing the delete. And now here you can see we have that kind of mouth shape. I'm just going to add the subdivision surface modifier for adding the more smooth. And after that what I'm gonna do basically, I'm just gonna select my all edges of this deleted faces, and then I'm just gonna press the E for the extrude on a y-axis. Then I'm just gonna again press the E, and I'm just gonna extrude it on a y-axis something like that. And after that I'm just gonna press the scale. But before doing the scale, make sure you turn off that proportion editing. I'm just gonna scale a little bit. Then I will again do E Y on extrude on a y-axis, and I'm just gonna scale it something like that. And after that I will just press the F for the fill this edge. So here you can see right now we have that kind of shape here, which is look nice to me. So now here you can see we have a mouth shape as well, and which is look nice to me by the way. Okay, and make sure you enable the level of viewport 2, so you will rid of this shading problem. And after that what you have to do, you have to just add the nose. So for adding the nose, you have to just select some vertices of here, and you have to just extrude it pressing the E. Then you have to just go to your front view, and here you have to just select the top vertices and do scale it something like that. You have to select these vertices also, do scale it. Make sure you select both vertices. Yeah, so I think that's look nice to me. And make sure you move these vertices little inside, and these vertices little outside as well. Yeah, something like that. And make sure you select these vertices and do move it. So now here you can see we have a perfect nose here. Okay, I know it look little funny, but we are making a cartoon, so that will work on it. To scale it, yeah, I think that noses look also nice to me. Now I will just create a eyebrows. So for creating the eyebrows, I'm just gonna use a curve. Basically, I will just add one path, and I will just go to my path settings, and here I'm just gonna increase the little depth. So I think that much depth is look nice to me. So I'm just gonna select this vertices and do something like that. And now here you can see we have a perfect shape here. So I'm just gonna move it here to here. I will just apply the scale first of all, and I'm just gonna increase little bit depth of this portion. Yeah, something like that. And after that I'm just gonna move this shape little bit downside. This one is little bit upside, and I'm just gonna select this last vertices. Okay, so I'm just gonna press the alt s. I'm just gonna scale it so it will create little narrowness here, and I'm just gonna select this vertices to alt s and increase little thickness, and we can just move it little bit here, little bit here, and little bit here as well. I think that's look nice to me. Yeah, so now here you can see we have a perfect eyebrow here, but right now here you can see we have a big hollow here. So if you want to fill this hollow, you have to just click this fill cap, so you will get rid of this problem. And after that you have to just go to your top view. You have to just move your eyebrow here to here, and after that you have to just rotate your eyebrows something like that. So I think that's look nice to me. We can just do a little scale it, and after doing the scale, make sure you apply the scale. After that just move it little bit left hand side, and after that you have to just add the mirror modifier, so we'll just get another eyebrow as well. Yeah, something like that, and which is look nice to me. Yeah, so we can just move it here to here. I think that's look nice to me, and we can just decrease little thickness of this eyebrows. Yeah, I think that's look nice. So our eyebrows also look nice to me now. So now I'm just gonna add the tongue. So for adding the tongue, I'm just gonna add the again UV sphere. I'm just gonna scale this UV sphere something like that. I'm just gonna scale it, do again scale something like that, and do little stretch. Yeah, I think that's look nice. And after that you apply the scale, make sure, and then keep it here, do scale it, go to front view, keep it here, and scale according to your mouth. So I think that's look nice to me. So our tongue is also look nice to me. Yeah, and make sure you do shade smooth as well. So our tongue is also look nice. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna create a hair. So for creating the hair, make sure you select that select cursor. Okay, and then you have to just select the faces where you need a hair. So I'm just gonna select this part, basically something like that. So alright guys, here you can see we have selected all the faces where we need here. So now I'm just going to do shift D. I will just duplicate then these faces which is we have selected, and I'm just going to press the P, do separate by selection. So now here you can see we have a separate part of these hairs. Now I'm just going to scale this whole shape little inside. Then I'm just going to edit mode of this shape, but before going to edit mode, make sure you apply the scale. Then I'm just going to edit mode of this whole shape and going to select all the vertices, pressing the A, and after that I will just do alt E, and I will do extrude along the normals. Now here you can see it's gonna extrude it something like that, and now here you can see we have a beautiful here shape here, and which is look nice to me. Okay, now after that what we have to do, you have to just add one cylinder, and then I'm just gonna scale this cylinder and keep it here something like that. So now here you can see guys, we have a basic cartoon head here, and which is look nice to me. because in this video we are going to talk about how we can add the materials into our head, and in the next part we'll just talk about how we can create a shape key for the mouth. So make sure you watch this tutorial till end, and now let's start the tutorial. But before starting the tutorial guys, I just want to do one thing which is I have left in the previous video. So we have to just create some shapes for the hair. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to select some alternate edges from the hairs, something like that. Yeah, and after that I'm just gonna scale. Okay, and I'm just gonna scale those edges, something like that. Okay, and we'll just select some front edges as well. Yeah, but make sure you select the alternate, so we'll just get that kind of shape here, and which is look nice to me. Yeah, so now here you can see we have a perfect hair shape here, and which is look nice to me. Okay, so now let's start add some material into our object. So now let's start it. Okay, so all right guys, here you can see we have a final model here. So now we'll just start adding some color into our model. So first one, I'm just going to switch my solid mode into a material preview, so you guys can easily see how we are adding the colors basically. And first of all, I'm just going to enable my shortcut VR as well, so you guys can also see which key I'm pressing on the right hand side. Okay, so now let's start it. So first of all, we'll just add the color for the hair. So for that, I'm just going to select my hairs, and I will just go to my material sections, and here I'm just going to create a new material here, and I will just add the name as a hair, something like that. And I'm just gonna click the base color, and here I'm just gonna decrease the slider a little bit downside, and here you can see we have a perfect black hairs, yeah, which is look nice to me. Okay, and we can also decrease little roughness, yeah, something like that. I think that's look nice to me. Now we'll just add the color also for the eyebrows. So for the eyebrows, we'll also add the same black color. So for that, I'm just going to select my eyebrow first, then I'm just going to select my hairs, and I will just do Control L, and here I will just do make link as a material. So here you can see now we have the same black color into our eyebrow part as well. Okay, now I'm just going to add the color into my eyes. So I'm just going to select my eyes, and I will just create a new material, and here I will set the name as eyes, something like that. And first of all, I'm just gonna create a black color for this eyes, something like that. And now I will just add a new material from here, and I will just create a new material, and I will just give that material name as a pupil, yeah. And then I'm just gonna edit mode of my eyes, and I'm just gonna select my middle vertices, and I will just do Control plus, yeah, something like that. And I'm just gonna select the my middle faces, and then I'm just gonna press the assign. So now here you can see we have a white color in center of our eyes, and that's look nice to me. Okay guys, and we'll just add the same color into our other eyes as well. Okay, so we'll add the same color into our other eyes as well. So for that, I'm just going to select my second eye, and I'm just going to select my that eye where we have already add the material. Then I'm just going to press the Control L, and I will just do link material, and here you can see it will automatically create a material for that. But we need to go to edit mode of this eyes as well, and we have to select this pupil, and we have to just click the assign. So now we have a same white color middle of this second eye as well. Okay, so now we'll just create a material for the face. So for that, we have to just select our face, then we have to just create a new material again. And okay, so I will just give a name as a face, and after that, I'm just going on my base color, and here I'm just gonna move my slide a little bit uh, reddish. Yeah, I think that look nice to me. And we'll just also increase the little subsurface value from the hair. So we'll just add the 0 point I think 0.1 is look nice to me. Yeah, okay, and I think that's look nice to me also. And we'll also add the material for this tongue. So for that, we have to just create a new material, and we'll just give a little reddish color of this tongue, something like that, and which is look nice to me. And I think we can do little reddish. Yeah, okay, so tongue is look nice to me. And we'll also create a a new material for the inside of this mouth. So for that we have to just go to edit mode of this shape, and then we have to just disable the subdivision surface for a while. And here you can see we have already selected some vertices and faces here. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna my face material, and here I will just create a new material, and I will just give a name as a inside color, yeah, something like that. And we'll just click assign, and here we'll just give a little reddish color. So I think, yeah, so I think that look nice to me. And now we'll back switch our subdivision surface mode, and now here you can see that's look nice to me. Yeah, so that is look also nice. Now we'll just create a color for this neck. So for that I'm just gonna again create a new material. I will just give a name as a neck, and we'll just do little greenish color, okay, something like that. So all right guys, here you can see we have successfully add the color into our model, our head, and each and every part as well, and that look nice to me. So alright guys, here you can see we have a perfect cartoon head here. Now we'll just talk about how we can add a shape key into our mouth. So for adding the shape key, you have to just go to your object data properties, and here you will see the section, it's called shape key. So first of all you have to just click this plus icon, and when you click a plus icon you will get a basis shape key, which is hold a basic shape of your character. But we don't need to change anything in this part because we have to create another key. So for that again I will click this plus icon. Now here you can see we have a new key, and now we have a lots of option as well. So now what do you have to do, first of all we have to just give this shape key name as a open and close, open and close basically, okay. And that look nice to me. And after that what you have to do, you have to just go to your edit mode, your character. So I'm just gonna edit mode of this character, and I'm just gonna hide a subdivision surface for a while. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna select my mouth faces basically. Here you can see I'm just going to select these faces, yeah, something like that. And after that what you have to do, you have to just press the S and Z, and you have to just scale these uh, faces, something like that. Yeah, I think that look nice to me. And now what you have to do, you have to just switch into a vertex mode, and you have to just deselect the top vertices because right now we don't need these top vertices. And make sure to deselect all the vertices from the top part, yeah, something like that. Okay, all right guys, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna move the that bottom lips little bit, something like that, and little bit down as well. Yeah, I think that's look nice to me. Okay, and now I'm just gonna enable my subdivision surface modifier so we can easily see what's going on here. So I think I'm just gonna do a little bit upside, something like that. And now here you can see that's look nice to me. Okay, so now here you can see we have perfectly closed this mouth. So now I'm just gonna exit the edit mode, and here you can see when I just exit the edit mode, that mouth is again open. But now if you will go to your shape key section, now if you increase this value slider, so now here you can see we can easily close and open this mouth very nicely. Okay, and that's look great by the way, here you can see. Okay guys, so that's how you can add any kind of shape keys into your any part of your character, okay, which is super easy. Okay, and that is very basic about the shape keys. Okay, and that is very easy and cool trick by the way. So that's why I thought I should share with you. So here we go guys, here you can see now you learn how you can create a basic open and close mouth shape key into a blender. Alright guys, here you can see we have a new project file. In last previous video we just talked about how we can add the shape keys. Here you can see we have perfectly add the shape key into our scene. So right now I'm just gonna close her mouth, something like that. I think that's look nice to me. Okay, so for creating the any kind of lights, first of all you need some backdrop. So we'll just create a first of all a backdrop. So for creating a backdrop I'm just gonna use a basic shapes. It will be plain basically, so I'm just gonna scale this plane, something like that. So always make sure whenever you do scale your object, so make sure you apply the scale first of all, because if you not apply these scales, so maybe in the future you will get some problems when you add any modifier, when you add the bubbles. Okay, you will not get a desirable result. So make sure whenever you do scale your object, so you apply this scale as well. So okay, so we just scale our plane something like that, and after that I'm just gonna edit mode of this plane, and I'm just gonna extrude this edge basically. Okay, and after doing this scale, I'm just gonna select this middle edge. I will just do control B. This will be create a little bevelness into our plane, and after that I'm just gonna scroll my mouse wheel something like that, and here you can see we can add lots of edge loop in between here. And now here you can see we have a perfect backdrop here, and after that I'm just gonna shade smooth something like that. Okay, and I'm also gonna enable my shortcut VR so you guys can easily see which key I'm pressing on the right hand side. Yeah, cool. So first of all, I'm just gonna switch my scene into our rendering mode. So right now here you can see we have a point light. I'm just gonna delete this point light, and we'll also change our render engine as a EV2 cycle. Yeah, and we'll just change our device as a GPU. If you don't have a GPU, so you can use the CPU as well. And we'll also enable our denoising, render denoising as well, and we'll just use as optics because I have RTX graphic card, and we'll also enable the viewport denoising as well. So now here you can see we did some render setting as well. So now we'll just add some lighting into our scene. So for adding the light, I will not use exact light from here. Basically what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna add the plane again, and I will just scale this plane something like that. Okay, as I told you, whenever you do scale, make sure you apply the scale first of all. And I'm just gonna keep this plane top of her head something like that. And before adding the light, first of all I'm just gonna set up on camera views. Okay, so I just want that view should be converted into a camera view, so I will just press the Control Alt 0, and then I'm just gonna my render properties, and here I will just change the little dimension of this. I think I will add the 720 and 1080. I think that's so nice to me, and I will just press the N and go to my view section, and here I'm just gonna unlock my camera. So we'll just move our character, our model, in a camera view as well. I think that's look nice to me. And after confirming your camera view, make sure you lock your camera, so now it will not move your camera view. Here you can see. Okay, so everything is look nice to me. Now I'm just gonna split this window something like that. Okay, and I'm just gonna do little zoom in so we can easily see. Okay, and we'll just disable this overlay as well. Now I will just select my plane, and I will just go to my material section, and here I'm just gonna add a new material, and I will just give this name as a light. Yeah, something like that. And I will just change the surface as a emission. So that is the emission basically. And here you can see when I just add the surface as a emission, so we'll see little light into our scene, and which is look nice. So we can just increase the strength from here. Here you can see. So we'll just keep this strength as a 2.5 for now. And now I'm just going to duplicate this plane pressing the shift D, and I'm just gonna rotate this something like that, and I will just keep this plane behind this camera. Yeah, I think that's look nice. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna add the base color for this backdrop. So I will just choose the color from here. So let's see which color is look nice. In our case, I think purple is also look nice to me. Yeah, so we can take a purple as well. Yeah, that's look nice. And we'll just increase little roughness from here. Yeah, so now here you can see that color is also look nice to me. Now I'm just gonna add a one more light which is gonna enhance our whole scene. So which light I'm gonna add, basically I'm just gonna add a backlight. So what will exactly happen when I add the backlights? So here you can see in the corners of these shapes, basically you will get little volume. Okay, you will able to see little volume here. So here you can see when I'm just gonna add a backlight, so I will just use a area light for this, and I'm just gonna scale it little bit up, and I'm just gonna, so I will just rotate it manually. Yeah, and I'm just gonna do little scale and keep it here, and do little manual scale as well. I'm just gonna scale it something like that. And after that I'm just gonna increase a little bit strength of this backlight. Okay, so now here you can see we have a perfect lighting into these object edges, and which is look nice to me. So we'll just increase a little bit more. and we'll just rotate this light little bit more here also, and we'll just move it little bit up. Yeah, so now here you can see that's look nice to me. Yeah, so now I'm just gonna take a render and let's see how it's look like basically. And before doing the render, make sure you just did your render settings. So make sure you enable the render denoising as well. And it's your choice if you want, if you have a good graphic card, so you can enable the viewport. Okay, the viewport denoising as well, otherwise it's not required. And apart from that, you can just change the little volume value 1.28. So now what will happen here, you can see when I'm just gonna take a render, so here you can see it will look something like that. And now here you can see guys, we have a perfect render here, and which is look nice to me. Okay guys, so that's how you can add the lighting into a scene. And here you can see we have a beautiful render here, and which is look nice to me. And after that, you can just save your render and you can use any kind of photo editing software. You can just do little color correction, okay, and you will see a much better result also. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoy this series and you learn something new today. So that's it for this tutorial guys, and thanks for watching this video guys. If you learned something in this video, please hit the like button, the share button, and subscribe my channel. Also, if you have any queries, if any suggestion, please let me know in the comment box. I will definitely reply comment. So bye bye, take care and stay home guys.